All right, so the question with the cornerback room is, should we pick up someone?
Would you add? Would you do it? Would you?
No, I'm good. I'd rather save the money, see how the left tackle position's looking throughout OTAs, training camp.
Even if it turns out we only got 2s, we don't have 1s.
When are we going to find that out, though? We might just have to find that out in the regular season.
Right, but what I'm asking
I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Are you willing to? Because last year we were in a pretty similar scenario with James Pierre.
Well, it's just with who's available. If it was Bradbury, remember when we were talking about him?
Yeah.
I was fine with signing him. Does it rock the boat or whatnot? Right. But you're getting a dude that's in his prime right now, top 10 corner in the league. The guys that are available, I mean, dude, it's Trey Waynes, Joe Hayden, Kyle Fuller.
I mean, these guys are more proven than the guys that we currently have. But at this stage, that's what we're asking ourselves. At this stage, are they upgrades over
I don't think they are.
Levi?
I don't think they are. I think you'd be forcing the issue if you're trying to get these guys playing time over dudes you just signed 2-year contracts to. And I think you gave those guys contract for a reason when we're talking about Witherspoon and Wallace. So I think you just stick with them. I think Bradbury would have been the upgrade, the for sure thing, whereas these guys, you're right, have some uncertainty, but their trajectory's on a good pace. I don't really want any of these other guys. I think it's just if one of them get hurt, really. I'd rather save the cap space for either left tackle, seeing how things play out in training camp with Dan Moore. Hold on, hear me out.
We got to feel very confident with Dan Moore. What you mean left tackle, baby?
I'm fine with him. I think he'll be fine, but
don't you do Dan Moore like that, man? Don't you do Dan Moore like that, man?
Is there not more uncertainty with him versus Akello and Levi?
He got more starts under his belt. He had more starts last year than Akello. They both was here around the same time. One got here 3 weeks before the other one, or a month before the other one. That's about it, man. Come on, man. Hey, Dan Moore, SEC, baby.
Left tackle, and then to it. Maybe get a veteran defensive lineman or something like that. Save the cap space for either one of those scenarios.
Back, bro. You know he's gonna.
Well, if he is, that's good. Then left tackle is the only thing I think we got to worry about in terms of saving cap space.
You worried about Dan Moore?
I'm not worried.
Hella Witherspoon? What?
I just don't really like any of these cornerbacks to sign. I think it'd just be a waste of money.
But Dan Moore is a proven left tackle in this league. He's $100 million left tackle right now, bro. He's ready to go, man.
I can't be saying that. And I don't think you're saying that either. Is someone saying that?
You saw what he did to Myles Garrett?
He did good for his rookie season against Myles Garrett.
Come on, man.
We need more going forward. We need more from Moore going forward.
More from him? What more you need? You want to turn to Joe Thomas?
That'd be nice.
He's not that far away. He'll be there.
I disagree with that.
He protected a Hall of Famer's blindside as a rookie.
I think Ben protected himself, though, getting the ball out so quick.
As a rookie. Come on, man.
He did fine. I mean, rookie 4th-round pick. I think he exceeded expectations for us last year.
I think he could say double, triple exceeded expectations, man.
Maybe.
Some might even say he was the best pick of that draft.
Last year?
Debatable.
Holy hell, no.
He shored up the O-line. He had 1,000-yard rush behind him.
Hell no.
You saw what he did for him? He ain't give up that many sacks either, bro.
No. I mean, I know you're trolling at this point. There's no way.
So Dan Moore, we're not going to look at Dan Moore 10 years from now and be like, yo, he's probably the best pick in that draft. 10 years from now?
I would bet some good money on that.
I'm just saying. He's on pace to have a longer career than Najee right now. He is, bro. You know this.
See, that's an interesting question.
Oh, all right. And we're going to look at the value. We're going to look at the value. And we're going to say, one was a 4th-rounder, played 10 years, started left tackle.
No, this is some PFF stuff right here, though. No. This is some PFF.
You ain't feeling it?
No, because I'd rather have Najee at maybe... Let's say he only does play for us 4 or 5 seasons. 75% of those years are probably Pro Bowl / All-Pro level. Okay. I'd rather take that than 10 years of... We still don't know what Dan Moore's going to be.
Dan Moore's already proven he's really good. He's already proven that year one. Come on, man. Year one, he started at left tackle in a playoff game as a rookie.
Man, I didn't...
One of the most important positions on the field.
I didn't think we'd see this. I'd have to calm you down on your takes on Steelers. You're too optimistic here, I think.
Too optimistic.
On Dan Moore.
I'm leading the charge, man.
You need to be more realistic, dude.
Dan Moore for I need to Dan Moore. He doesn't have Pro Bowl, but like I see Pro Bowl on this dude, bro.
Next year?
Why not?
I like the why not.
You saw what he did. You saw what did the O-line look like before he came there? We didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher. He came 1,000-yard rusher, bro. It's that simple.
I don't think it is. I think there's more nuance.
It was that simple.
We had some injuries in the backfield.
No, it is that simple. Before he got here, there was not. We had James Conner. You saw James Conner wasn't the problem.
He was banged up a little bit.
James Conner was not the problem. He went out to AZ, got a Pro Bowl. He wasn't the problem. We could just see, man. We needed Dan Moore. He was the answer.
Was James Conner the problem? I do think he was a little bit.
He could have been the problem. He got a Pro Bowl, bro.
He was hurt a little bit.
He just got a Pro Bowl, bro.
But here's what I will say: if we look at James Conner's numbers last year, I don't know if he hit 4 yards a carry. A lot of his was pass catching.
Najee didn't have 5 yards a carry.
Najee had 4. It was 3.9 or 4. It was really close.
I just remember it didn't look pretty in terms of the yards per carry.
It was really close.
Yeah,
but Najee didn't get hurt like James Conner. Najee powered through.
He still technically got hurt though at the end of the year.
Yeah, did
elbow, he? Yeah, because remember that's why
he didn't miss a game though, right?
He didn't miss a game, but he was kind of like unavailable to us in that Chiefs game. Because when we like played him like at the beginning, but he had the elbow like wrapped up and stuff.
He came back though. Mm-hmm. He did come back. Yeah, that was a weird scenario. But Dan Moore. So back to your point, Dan Moore being the best pick in last year's draft. I mean, you're overlooking Freiermuth too.
No. Patty's in there. You know, I got big love for Pat. Love Big Pat. Come on, man. I'm gonna do move. But he's not a left tackle. Come on, man. Muth benefits from Dan Moore. It's not the other way around. Dan Moore doesn't benefit from Muth. If Dan doesn't do his job, Muth is null and void. If Dan Moore does his job, Muth gets to thrive. If Najee does his job, Dan Moore doesn't feel the positive impact of that. Whereas if Dan Moore does his job, Najee gets the benefits of it, man.
Well, if you're making the point that left tackle is very important, I understand that. But come on, dude.
I'm just saying,
there's variables here. Like I said, Big Ben, he can get the ball out quicker.
Najee is fighting again. I mean, Dan is having to block the best pass rusher every single week.
I get what you're saying. The importance of the position. You still got to be good at the position, though.
Bro, he was good. He was good.
He was fine. Like I said, I think he exceeded expectations.
A fourth-round rookie.
For a rookie. Yeah,
I thought he played well. In terms of the full body of work.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But I don't know. I think you're going a little far here. I'm surprised.
To me, he just seems like the steal of the draft, bro.
Steal of the draft?
Steal of the draft / best player of the draft.
I can't say that. I could say maybe he was good value in the 4th.
Best value in the draft.
I don't know about that.
If you got your starting left tackle for the next 10 years in the 4th round, I think that's
Do you think he's going to be that?
Why should he be?
He might. We'll see how he improves. We'll see how he develops.
17 games as a rookie.
We'll see how he develops. But
how many sacks did he give up? 2?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know what I saw. I saw Myles Garrett get around him sometimes. I've seen some other players.
I didn't see that at all, bro.
Seen some other players get around him.
I saw him block Myles Garrett to sleep. That's what I saw.
No, I think it's something still to monitor, though. Just to see how he develops.
Okay.
I think he can. I think he's got that talent.
Okay.
I liked what I saw last year. He could be on a good pace, but
you saw he blocked. I mean, they talk about Myles Garrett. People, I don't agree with these people, but they're still trying to put him in front of TJ Watt. They still try to talk about. I don't know how you could, huh? But people still try to do that. But if that is the case, Dan Moore did still block that guy. He blocked up my man Myles Garrett.
I wouldn't go that far.
You wouldn't? He locked him up. He put the clamps on him.
Dude, he did his best. He had him on
house arrest. He put him with the ankle bracelet. He's like, nah, bro, you got to check in with me if you want to go talk to anybody.
He did his best.
Oh, don't you downplay him now. He did his best. Don't you give me that Winwood for the Gipper Rudy conversation. Don't you do that.
I like the effort he gave. And he was there. Like, he wasn't backing down.
Mm-hmm.
You got to appreciate all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say he won that battle between Myles Garrett, though. I can't say that.
How many sacks did Myles walk away with that game?
0. But I told you, part of that reason was Ben knowing when to get the ball out.
That's a dub, man. Chill out, bro.
That's called veteran savvy by 7.
That's called elite protection right there by Dan Moore. Okay?
He let him get around him at times because he knew.
To tire him out. Okay. He said, look, Ben's getting rid of the ball quick right here. I'm going to let him get around the corner a little bit faster as a, ha, you thought you had me.
He actually told Ben to get the ball out quick.
Like a screenplay. Come on, man.
He's like, Ben, scrap that play. Get the ball out quick here. I'm gonna tire down Garrett right now.
I need one. I need a play. That's what he did, man.
All right, so what do you think in terms of these corners? Who do you want to sign?
Oh, so wait a minute. Now you just gonna tell I'm just signing somebody. So I asked you, did you want to? You
I
said
don't.
nah. You just gonna throw on me which one am I signing?
And my reasoning is I want to. I'd rather save the cap space for potential left tackle signing, depending on how Dan Moore does.
That's crazy.
I'm fine with not doing that.
Maybe we
though.
need potentially for a corner signing. Then man, I
just think the cornerback signing would be a waste. I really do.
Even though you have
if it was Bradbury, if it was Bradbury, fine. But any of these other guys that are available that I mentioned, and you can go through the list. Yeah, I don't think any of them are beating out Witherspoon or Levi Wallace or Cam Sutton in the slot. I'd rather not spend that money. Whereas left tackle, depending on how Dan Moore does, you could get your starting left tackle out there still. Dwayne Brown's out there.
Yo, chill up. We already have our starting left tackle. We don't need another left tackle.
I'm fine with him starting. I'm fine with giving Dan Moore a chance, but I'd rather have some flexibility rest of the offseason.
Okay, so let's talk about this then, man. I don't want to do that. Actually, I do want to do this conversation. If we're, talking about who we should believe in a little bit more than the others, whose margin of error do we feel like is greater right now? Who could, in the sense of who could we afford to have a little bit of a slower start, a little bit of a bumpy go at it, and still survive? Dan Moore or Akello and Levi?
Are we putting Akello and Levi both into one, or saying one or the other?
One or the other. We could say one or the other.
Okay.
Because to me, I look at it like this. I think that
because if they're both struggling, that's bad.
Yes. Hopefully it's not both. But I think that we could get by with Dan Moore struggling versus us getting by with Akello or Levi struggling. Just by the nature of the position. One is going to give up points, whereas the other, we saw last year with our O-line and even with Dan Moore at times, in all seriousness, when he was struggling, we knew ways to account for it. We said, okay, we're going to run the ball. We'll put a tight end over here. We'll get the ball a little bit faster. We can move the pocket. So we are going to have some options there. Whereas when we're talking about corner, we can't hide Akello or Levi. Very similar to what we talked about with James Pierre at times. It was like, yes, we think that he does well in all of these areas, but if it's big speed down the yard in terms of deep balls, that's where he's going to struggle. Once teams identify that, there was no hiding him. And we saw when those moments happened, they equated to points. So that's why when I'm thinking about our group, Akello and Levi.
Here's my questions. Okay. I get your theory. I get your theory there. Who are we signing that you're guaranteed is not going to struggle, though?
If this was a week ago, I'd be saying James Brown.
Sure.
But unfortunately, it's not. So we're looking at who? Joe Hayden. We're looking at Trey Waynes. Kyle Fuller.
And you could talk me into Joe Hayden. All right, we got a safety valve in case Witherspoon or Wallace struggle, but is Joe Hayden doing that? Is he coming back for a backup role? I don't think he is.
What about Jack Rabbit Jenkins, man? He started. He was down there in Tennessee holding it down for a little while.
Nah, I'm good, dude.
You don't like the name or you don't like the player? Which one is it?
Nah, it's fine. I mean, I don't know. We're just signing these dudes just to be backups. It's if it's a cheap contract, fine. I think that's the case for me with any of these positions. If we could sign someone for a cheap contract that has some upside in case one of the guys that we have slotted as the starter fails, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But in terms of bringing in someone to either compete with Witherspoon or Wallace or I don't know, or play a significant role right now, I just don't see it. I don't see it making sense. Is Joe going for that, though? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. I will say this, man. Based on his IG stories, he's been golfing a lot, so I don't know if he's even thinking about coming back to Pittsburgh.
Does he want to do the Shaw Challenge?
He might need to, bro.
Is he around?
No. He was in Florida when I saw him. Where was it? Sawgrass? Was it Sawgrass? No.
Wow. Yeah, Sawgrass is a big one.
Sawgrass? Okay, yeah, it was Sawgrass then. That's where it was.
That's where the Players Championship is.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I was like, where is Sawgrass? What is this place? I was like, oh, it's in Florida. All right, cool.
Need to get him on the Shaw Challenge.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That'd be a good one.
No, that would be fire. And he does his golfing thing, man. Another person I saw golf is Ebron. He's the other guy. Yeah.
He needs to sign somewhere. And this has nothing to do with actual NFL or real life. He needs to sign somewhere so he gets a card in next year's Madden.
Oh, wow. I was saying, bro, why?
Because he's a really good card early in the game. He's a fast, athletic tight end. We need to have him on the Steelers team.
Sign somewhere right away. I'm like, what?
Because Pat'll probably get a decent card, and Ebron he always gets a decent card right off the bat, and he's at a pretty good advantage because they give him the speed. So he needs to sign somewhere. We'd have a good little tight end duo to start off the game.
Okay. We'll see.
Just not the Steelers, unfortunately. We're done, Ebron. I'm sorry.
What if it was for a team-friendly deal?
I guess, yeah. That's what I just said, right?
It's always a price for it, right? It's always
sure,
a price.
$1 million or $2 million.
Come on, man.
Not the end of the world.
Give them team-friendly.
Yeah.
All right. But so we're both, well, yeah. So to just give you my answer, I'm actually cool. I'm rolling with the corners that we have right now just because I don't like the group in terms of the free agency market. If an injury happens, that's different. If the injury happens, then sure, you go through and all those names we were just talking about. I do think they come in and they can help you out. They can get you out of stadiums. They can get you out of the season if you need to. But based on the guys that we have, the youth, the upside, the productivity, and just the general optimism around them, I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, like I just want to see those guys. Like if they fail, okay, it is what it is. But I do think that they're intriguing enough that what if they pass? What if they do become these guys? Because I think it is different too in terms of the James Pierre situation. I joke with you about it, but it's different in the sense that James Pierre literally came out of nowhere. And it was just, he had a crazy training camp and that kind of played him into that starting role. Whereas when we're talking about Levi Wallace, we've already seen Levi play at the NFL level. We've seen Levi match up and have success. We've seen Akello play in the NFL level. We've seen him match up and have success. We've seen both of those guys now do it at different locations, one being Buffalo, obviously Akello and San Fran, but also for multiple seasons as well. So I do feel way more confident going into this season with those guys than when we're talking about James Pierre and even Cam Sutton, because up until last year, we had never seen Cam Sutton play on the outside. It was the speculation, and only because of the contract is why we say, they're going to have to put him out there now. But we didn't feel as confident about Cam Sutton and James Pierre being out there in contrast to Steven Nelson, for example. Even though we know Steven was a lot higher end, when Steven came over, we still felt good because we had already seen him do that. And I think that that's the biggest difference for me this year compared to last year. And that's ultimately why, for me, I'm like, as much as I would love to say bring Joe back or any of these other guys, I just don't think we need them right now. If injury happens, that's different. But until proven otherwise, I said we roll with the guys.
Yeah, if we were even teetering at times on bringing in Bradbury, ultimately we said, you bring him in just because he's the most proven guy and he's really good. Yeah.
If we were, he would be a clear upgrade to at the position, and I think that's the other difference.
But we were even stating our case as to why you wouldn't bring him in.
Yes, because we like the upside and the optimism around these players.
Yeah. So why risk the confidence, or why risk the not going all in on these two guys on the players that are available? You know what I mean? Because I do think giving Akello Witherspoon and Levi Wallace the complete green light of, listen, we didn't bring in anyone else.
Right.
We're going with you two. That kind of goes hand in hand with you saying, I want to see what these guys got. And this is giving them that best chance. Because if you bring in one of these guys, it's like, man, did we really give Witherspoon or Wallace every opportunity or every belief?
And then as a player, you're doing this because okay, how long is this leash? It's a difference when I could be my best self out there, because everybody's going to have bad plays. That's the thing. Everybody has bad plays. But when you have the confidence of knowing that, hey, I'm not getting pulled. I'm not going to have any real ramifications. I can still go ahead and play my game and take the chance that I want to take. You play differently. You're more loose. You're more at ease, and you can be your true best self. Whereas in some situations when okay, if I jump this route and I'm wrong, they're going to pull me. Well, guess what? You're going to be a lot more cautious. You're not going to take as many chances. And now when you're not taking those chances, you can't make those plays. You can't get those interceptions that Akello was getting if you don't jump some of those routes, if you don't trust your instincts. But you can't do that when you're fearful that, hey, they're going to pull me if I'm wrong. So by not having a James Bradbury, by not having some big name,
because that's all these guys are right now. I mean, their game has fell off a little bit, but bringing in a Kendall Fuller or a Joe Hayden back or Janoris Jenkins, it's like I could see why someone in Witherspoon or Wallace's situation could have the eyes behind their head.
Absolutely, man, because you're looking at them saying, okay, these are veterans who you're not going to just watch them and say, oh, you're beating these guys up because you're smarter than them. No, you have to rely more on your athletic ability. And I get that. But for these veteran guys, they've learned how to compensate for that. We talk about, man, the older you get, you're smarter. So when you're slowing down mentally, you're so much ahead that you can make it work. That's the phase of those guys we just read off. That's where they're at. So we're trying to see, can Akello and Levi, who are ultra athletic in comparison to those guys, how far off are they mentally with them? Because if they're
this should be their primes right now.
This should be right. Whereas we talk about Joe is not. He's not in his prime right now. He's out of the prime. He's winning with this. So it's like, man, when we talk about those guys who are late 20s, early 30s, it's like, yo, they're winning here. Whereas Akello and Levi, they should be able to put both of those things together and make you feel a lot more confident, man.